2 homes in one, plus a beautiful pool. Great Shelby County neighborhood. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty, 356-5412. Call on Colleen.
This is the Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, April the 18th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters with you, and let's take a look at our sky cam this morning. We've got some clouds out there, and it looks pretty nice from the Birmingham Skycam shot on the Compass Bank building, but in Gadsden we can see some of those clouds as the sun is peeking under them as the sun is rising this morning. On the surface map, high pressure over Georgia is beginning to help increase the moisture, especially to the west along the Mississippi-Alabama line and off to the west, and that's going to set the stage for rain that's already occurring out there this morning and should be getting into the western parts of the state this afternoon. On the upper air pattern, we're still under a bit of a ridge, but here comes a big bowling ball of a low out there that is going to be bringing us some weather tonight and tomorrow. And the surface conditions for temperatures, pretty warm over the eastern half of the country, but notice those chilly temperatures in the Rockies there, some freezing air and still pretty cold in Canada. But for us, it looks like it's going to stay pretty mild for the next week or so. This morning, temperatures generally around the 50-degree mark for the most part, a little bit cooler in the eastern part of the state where Anniston and Gadsden dip down with mostly clear skies, dip down into the lower 40s with a few 39s in there. Mentioned that there is some rain out there, and we can see it on radar on the composite. A lot of rain off to our west. I think most of us will stay pretty dry today, but we're going to be moistening from the top down, and that's going to help to set the stage for the possibility of some severe weather. Precip-wise, the QPF forecast is looking like most of the heaviest rain is going to be off to our west, but I think for us, on the order of probably 1/2 to 1 inch for most of central Alabama. Storm Prediction Center outlooking an area from Kansas all the way down into the southeast part of Texas and the coastal area of Louisiana for severe weather today. And there's also a watch already in effect in the south part of Texas. And for tomorrow, a bullseye over just about all of Alabama. And still a little marginal on that, but we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. Here's the 06Z GFS model run, and here's the forecast for today. And you can see a bit of a warm front probably headed north as we begin to moisten up and a surface low forms over the eastern part of Texas. That trough bowling ball, as it was today, opens up and comes on out, and that should help to bring a strong low-level jet as well as good mid-level conditions as well. And you can see the 50-knot flow there at 500 millibars. That brings the surface low up through the central Mississippi River Valley and western Kentucky in the vicinity of Paducah tomorrow at noontime or 1 o'clock, and that brings a front through. Some differences on timing just a little bit, but I think the GFS may be just a little too fast, maybe just a little bit later than this. And let's take a look real quick. The Cape map and also the LI still look a little down, and it may be that the rain today and tonight and those clouds help to keep things stabilized just a little bit, but certainly this is one to be watched. And that ends up with conditions by Monday, as the front is now over on the east coast of the United States, and we're coming back under higher pressure, but a little wraparound moisture. So Monday could still be a bit of a cooler as well as a bit of a cloudy day. The trough does sharpen up a little bit, so I think Tuesday will still be a little bit cooler. And once again, the possibility we may see some clouds. And you can see the 540 line makes it down to about Chattanooga. But then we warm up nicely as the trough heads off up into the northeast, and we should be recovering pretty nicely by Wednesday, and that makes for a pretty dry week Thursday, and also dry conditions on Friday with a high centered over the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Our next storm system may be postponed because it looks like by Saturday the ridge over the southeastern United States is holding pretty strong, and that's moving things off to the north of us, so we may actually stay dry into the upcoming weekend. next weekend, not this one, the last weekend of April. Now, really quick, go out into Voodoo Country, and here is the 28th. And that ridge is being held strong. James has been mentioning that, and that ridge is certainly holding strong, keeping us dry and keeping weather off to our north. And finally, on the 2nd of May, it looks like maybe we might see a weather system as the ridge breaks down a bit, and we see a pretty strong trough coming across the central U.S. But that's voodoo. We'll be watching that carefully, too. So stay tuned to the ABC 3340 weather blog, as we'll be watching the severe weather possibilities for tonight and Sunday. Hope that you have a great day, and Godspeed.
Weather.